Hey, welcome back. Today, we're diving into a project called Pocket Node, and it kind of flips the script on what you think you know about your crypto. It all starts with a very simple but very important question.
So let me just ask you straight up. When you open that mobile wallet on your phone and you see your balance, do you truly own it? You'd think the answer is obvious, like, duh, of course I do. But for most wallets out there, the answer is actually way more complicated, and it gets right to the heart of what this whole decentralization thing is supposed to be about.
And this really gets to the core of it. With most wallets, you're forced to trust a middleman. With Pocket Node, the whole design is built so you only have to trust yourself. So who is this mystery middleman we keep talking about?
Well, it turns out there's just hidden dependency. See, when you open up most mobile wallets, they're not actually talking directly to the blockchain. Nope. Instead, they ping some company's server, what's called an RPC node, and they just ask it, hey, what's my balance? And that creates a huge single point of failure. It's a total break in the chain of self-custody because you're just trusting that server is telling you the truth.
But what if you could just cut out that middleman entirely? Well, that's exactly what Pocket Node is all about. It's a native Android wallet for the Nervos CKB network that literally puts a verifier right there in your pocket. So instead of asking a server what your balance is, it finds out for itself, directly from the network.
The secret sauce here is a piece of tech called a light client. And honestly, the analogy on the screen is perfect. Think of a light client like having your very own personal, secure ATM. You can verify your funds yourself anytime. Most other wallets, that's like having to call up a bank teller and just hoping they give you the right balance.
Okay, so what does this look like when you actually make a transaction? It's a really simple three-step dance. First, the transaction gets built securely right there on your phone. Second, and this is the absolute most important part, you sign it with your private key, and that key never, ever leaves your device. And third, the wallet just broadcasts it straight to the network. See what's missing there? Yeah, no third-party server. Not for any of the important stuff. So it's self-sovereign. That's cool. But is it secure? Oh yeah, absolutely. Your private keys are encrypted using the secure hardware that's already built into your phone. It's called the Android Key Store. And it's not like this was just some weekend project either. It's developed by a senior mobile dev, JNR6, who's been a core contributor in the Nervos community for over 5 years. So you know, this is built on some serious expertise.
And you can really see that expertise in the plan they laid out. This isn't just some pie-in-the-sky idea. It's a project with a super clear, fully funded roadmap to get it launched. They've mapped out the entire journey from a working prototype to a polished app that's ready for the Google Play Store.
And it's all broken down into these 4 key milestones. So, month 1, that's all about locking down security. We're talking seed phrases, biometrics, the works. Month 2 is for integrating with the Nervos DAO so you can earn rewards on your coins. Month 3 is adding support for multiple wallets and just making everything run faster. And finally, month 4 is all about the final polish, a security review, and then launch day. It's just a really solid, logical plan.
And to make all this happen, the project secured a $15,000 grant from the CKB Community Fund. That's what's powering those 4 months of dedicated development. And that right there is a perfect example of a community directly funding the tools and infrastructure it really needs. It's awesome to see.
So you might be thinking, okay, it's one wallet, cool, but what's the really big deal? Well, the impact here is way, way bigger than just a single app. The success of Pocket Node is about proving a whole new way for mobile apps to talk to a blockchain, and that can have this huge ripple effect across the entire ecosystem.
And this is where it gets really exciting. First off, you get real decentralization on your phone. It just clicks perfectly with the whole CKB philosophy of true ownership. But the real game changer, for me anyway, is what this means for other developers. This project gives them a blueprint to build other mobile apps that don't need those central servers, unlocking all kinds of new possibilities. Think new games, peer-to-peer social apps, the whole shebang.
All right, so this all sounds pretty amazing. Almost too good to be true, right? There's gotta be a catch. If this is so great, why isn't every single wallet built this way? Well, thankfully, the project proposal is super transparent about this stuff. You know, being your own bank does have a couple of trade-offs. As you can see, running this light client on your phone takes a little more storage. We're talking about 5 megabytes of data right now. There's also an initial sync time when you first get started, and yeah, it might use a little more battery when it's actively syncing with the network, but for a lot of people, that's a pretty small price to pay for total privacy and knowing that you are in control.
And that really leads us to the grand vision here. This isn't just about one app.
The long-term dream is a future with thousands of these lightweight pocket nodes running on phones all across the globe. Just imagine that. It would completely change the game, reducing the reliance on big central servers and empowering every single user.
So we'll leave you with this idea to chew on. This kind of technology transforms your phone from just being a screen that shows you info from a server into a true, active, participating node of the network. It makes you a first-class citizen of the blockchain, and that just brings up one final question. When that power is literally in your pocket, what are you going to build?